gorgeous animation can't hide Kubo's messy writing. There are so many plot holes, unfinished lore, and the ending was just rushed. Ichigo got sidelined in his own finale. The protagonist of the story became a spectator in his own arc. What is this, Kingdom Hearts? What happened to Ichigo's development over the course of the series? He literally reverted back to his pre-time skip self. All of his growth and development over the past 2 decades was completely undone. He lost all of his power and purpose. All he had was his freaking sword. And even that was taken away from him. What a waste. Villain motivations make zero sense. Yhwach's plan changes every single episode. In the beginning, he wanted to destroy Soul Society because he didn't like how they exiled him and his followers. But then, later on, he wanted to become the new Soul King and gain all of the power that came with it. Then, he wanted to replace everyone in the Seirei with Quincy babies. And then he wanted to absorb all of the souls in the Soul Society and make them into Quincy. Literally, his whole plan changed every single episode. What was consistent was his obsession with Ichigo. Even though Yhwach didn't know who Ichigo was or why he was special, he was like, I don't know why, but I gotta kill him. The Quincy literally had a genetic memory of a man they never met. This made no sense whatsoever. Wasted character potential. Where was Uryu's big moment? As a sniper, he should have been an S-tier character during the war. His role in the story felt very lacking. All he did was get captured and then rescued by Ichigo in the most convenient way possible. Not only that, but his characterization was all over the place. One moment he'd be teaming up with the Visoreds, and the next he'd be betraying them. I think what bothered me the most about Uryu was that he didn't have a clear goal of his own. He didn't want to join the Soul Society, but he also didn't want to go back to the human world. So where did he want to go? What did he want to do? It felt like Kubo completely forgot about Uryu after the first Quincy arc. He didn't know what to do with the character, so he just kind of kept him around for the rest of the series. I feel like Uryu would have been better off if he wasn't in Bleach. That awful germs explanation. Worst power system asspull ever. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I miss the Soul Reapers. Kubo completely abandoned everything that made Bleach unique and interesting. Forget the Fullbring, the villains, and the Quincy. The best thing about Bleach were always the Soul Reapers. Kubo introduced this new power system called germs that literally made no sense. It was just awful. Not only did it make the Quincy look weak, it also made the Soul Reapers look weak. They couldn't even defeat a Quincy unless they used their freaking Zanpakuto. Like, what is this? If the Quincy were so dangerous, why did it take the combined efforts of a captain and lieutenant to take down one fodder Quincy? This would make more sense if we were talking about the Espada, but we're not. We're talking about basic Quincy soldiers who shouldn't even be a challenge for a captain-level Reaper. This goes to show how much Bleach declined in terms of power scaling and logic. Now, despite all the negatives I talked about, I will say that I am glad Kubo got to finish the story. A lot of anime don't get that privilege, so I'm glad the fans got some closure, I guess. It just sucks that it took 10 years for us to get that closure. I feel like if Kubo could have stuck to the original vision for Bleach and wrote a solid story, this could have been a great comeback. But unfortunately, we got a bunch of plot holes, unfinished lore, a rushed ending, a sidelined protagonist, inconsistent villains, wasted character potential, and one of the worst power system explanations in anime history. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War is the most disappointing comeback in anime history.